Hi guys, my name is Chiquis Rivera and welcome. I'm here at home. I wanted to make this video because I wanted to share with you a little bit about what's going on with me. But before I do that, I want to let you know a little bit of my background, which is I am the eldest daughter of the late Jenni Rivera. She is the baddest chick, and I think actually the only woman that was able to break so many barriers in the regional Mexican genre, especially because it's so heavily dominated by men. My mom was the one that paved the way for all women, and I am so proud to be able to share that with you guys. If you don't know who she is, please Google her, find out a little bit more about her. But today I wanted to share with you guys that I am coming out with a book that is going to be released on April 7th. It is called Forgiveness. I have the Spanish edition in my hand right now, though. It's called Perdón. I don't have the English one right now because I let someone borrow it, but I did want to kind of let you guys know why it is that I decided to write a book. I decided to write a book over about 3 years ago, almost about 3 years ago, and I didn't start writing it until my mom had passed after December 9th, 2012. Because there were a lot of things that were being said about me, a lot of negative things, things that are not true, things that I wanted to clear up, things that were hurting me and hurting my dignity as a woman, and I wanted to clear that up and kind of, in other words, clean my name, if you would say. But as time went by, I realized that there was so much more to my life than just wanting to clear up a rumor. As I was writing the book, I realized that I wanted to share my story with the world because I wanted to be able to help people. I think that that's my mission in life, is to be able to help in any way that I can. And I think that the best thing to do is to be honest and to open your heart. And I'm the type of person, anyone that knows me knows that I am the type of person that wears my heart on my sleeve. And that's not always a good thing, but it's the truth. I'm very transparent, and I wanted to be very transparent in this book. And also, yes, touch subjects like, for instance, I was accused of sleeping with my mom's husband, and that's something that to me is next to killing someone. That's how I felt, and it was something that really, really tormented me for a long time. I was being bullied by people on social media. I don't blame them because they only went based on what the tabloid said. And at the end of the day, I think that that's something horrible, especially to do to your mom. So I decided I need to tell the story. I need to tell my truth and tell things the way they really happened, how they really were. And in this book, that's what you're going to find, is that story as to what caused the distance between my mom and I, because there was a distance. I wasn't talking to my mom for 2 months before she passed away, but it was never because I slept with her husband. There's so much more to the story and things that happened throughout the years to cause that separation and that distance between us. And I think that's very normal between the relationships, in a relationship between a mother and a daughter, especially when you're the eldest and especially when you're only 15 years apart. My mom had me when she was 15. So there's just so many things that you can learn from this book, things that I think a lot of people will be able to relate with. But then again, it's more than just that. I mean, I have also survived sexual abuse. It's something that in the Latino community is very taboo and things that people don't want to talk about. So I wanted to share that so that people can understand that they have a voice, and once you let it out and you tell someone and you share your story, not only will the abuse stop, but you'll also give yourself the gift of being free and not having to walk around with that huge weight on your shoulders. I wanted to also share my because yes, there's sad moments in the book and there's things that are kind of unfortunate, but there are also very beautiful things. Like, for instance, my favorite chapter is chapter 2. There's 26 chapters in the book, but my favorite chapter is chapter 2, and the title of it is Swap Meet Princess, because that's where I first started working, and I lived so many beautiful memories. That's where my family started, was at the swap meet. It wasn't always glitz and glam. We started at the swap meet. We were selling cassettes. That's when cassettes were in. And I was raised by my grandparents, really my grandma, because my mom was a single mother and working and trying to feed me. So I would go to work with my grandparents because that's who took care of me. And I just relived so many beautiful memories in that chapter, and something that I'll never ever forget. We tend to forget the good things when we're going through so many bad things. So that's a beautiful chapter, and I hope that you guys can get the book in your hands and not only give me the opportunity to get to know me on a different level, but learn something. And that's ultimately my goal with this book, is if my book and my story can touch at least one person's heart, then it was worth all the pain, everything that I have had to encounter. So thank you guys all here on PerezHilton.com. Thank you guys for listening to me. And Perez, thank you so much for the opportunity of sharing a little bit of my book on your site. I really appreciate it. So big hug to everyone. Thank you so much.